Hello everyone, Mystic Meister here. Welcome back to my Pokémon Reborn playthrough using only fairy type Pokémon. Last time, we entered Reborn City and assembled a small team of 3. Together, we encountered Team Meteor and had our first gym battle against Julia, the electric type leader. Now, to continue the story, we must head to the Obsidia ward, which is currently under lockdown due to some plant-like phenomena occurring. Here, we meet Florinia, who uses her gym leader authority to give us access. And instead of us going immediately to the park to stop this crisis, we are actually going to start setting up the groundwork for our next team member. In order to acquire our next team member, we just have to solve a puzzle, but the issue is, in order for us to shiny hunt this Pokemon, we have to solve this puzzle every single time. This is not a good method to acquire this Pokemon, when instead, we can use the daycare in order to breed a shiny egg, and that's how we'll get our next team member. As it turns out, the daycare is not available at the moment, as Team Meteor has taken over in order to steal Pokemon that trainers leave in their care. We chase them out and discover that even if we find out where they are, we won't be able to get to them without the key, so the daycare is unavailable until after we resolve the crisis in Obsidia ward. To continue with our adventure, we will meet up with Florinia and Victoria at Obsidia Park, where our path is blocked by plants sprouting from the ground. Florinia informs us that similar incidents are happening in Jasper and Ball wards as well. In order to get past this, we have to meet up with Florinia's friend Amaria, who has the TM for cuts. She's located south in the Coral ward, so together with Victoria, we head there now. On our way, we are challenged by Victoria to a Pokemon battle. Unlike our first battle, she now has 4 Pokemon instead of just 1. We lead with Kyrie while she sends in Rolls. Our first Astonish causes a flinch, and so does our next one. This lets us take down Rolls without taking any damage. Next up is Pichu, who causes us to flinch this time with Fake Out. We then use Round while Pichu uses Nasty Plot. After a couple more rounds, we're then able to beat the speed tie and take him down. Next up is our evolved starter, Torokar, so we send in Dio. We use Disarming Voice to take down her health before finishing her off with Aqua Jet, and now it's our final Pokemon, Pancham, who goes down in 2 Disarming Voices, winning us the battle. While travelling through the slums, we pick up a Moonstone and also run into Corey, who was treating people in the slums, just like how he was treating people from the train crash before. Through this encounter, we found out a bit more about him. For example, he was a former gym leader. Before we can exit the slums, we are stopped by a group of Scrafty and Scraggy. They challenge us to a fight. Thanks to Disarming Voice, we're able to make quick work with them and move on to the Coral ward. Not only do we find Amaria, Kane also finds us and helps rescue a Poplio who is surrounded by polluted water. Feeling grateful, the Poplio joins his team, and together they challenge us to a battle. We lead with Dio against his Grimer, and fire off our Icy Wind, boosted by the misty terrain, the current field effect in play. One more Icy Wind takes down Grimer, and now Kane is sending in his Poplio. We send in Kyrie, but I forget that Poplio has Icy Wind. This means that Kyrie ends up going down after a few more hits. We have 2 Pokemon left and Kane still has 3. We send in Rhyme next in order to take down Poplio with Round. We send Dio back in against Kane's Cubone, and one-shot it with Bubble Beam. The battle is just about finished now there's a 2v1. We fire off 2 Icy Winds and take down Nidorino, winning us the battle. After the battle, Kane leaves, and Amaria gives us the TM for cut. She also warns us about a Team Meteor agent called Borealis. She currently has a suspicion that he is nearby, so we should be on the lookout for him. Now that we have cut, we're now able to enter Obsidia Park. Here, the 2 gym leaders decide to lead the charge and order myself and Victoria to circle around and take down any other remaining Team Meteor grunts. Navigating this area requires us to battle Team Meteor and use Cut to take down these trees and clear the vines blocking the way. While doing this, we witness Borealis defeat Victoria and kidnap her. To add insult to injury, when we arrive at the end of the park, we see that both Florinia and Amaria have been captured by Zell, another high-ranking member of Team Meteor, who is 3 different people merged into one body. Their names are Zero, Eve, and Lumi. it is revealed that this machine and Tangrowth are responsible for the mass overgrowth occurring in the Obsidia Park. And in order to free the gym leaders, we have to defeat them to stop the machine. It is a tough fight against this supercharged Tangrowth. However, our Pokemon can supercharge as well, thanks to Rhyme evolving with a Moonstone. The field effect gives Tangrowth's Mega Drains a big boost in damage, which in turn helps with its recovery. So we start with Charm first to weaken its physical attacks. We then change the field effect to Misty Terrain to boost Rhyme's special defense. After healing with a Super Potion, we now fire off rounds in order to lower Tango's health. We continue this while using Misty Terrain when it runs out, until Tango's HP is in the red. Rhyme goes down, but she is on more than enough for Dio to come in and use Icy Wind and finish the battle. Zell makes their escape, while Obsidia Park returns to normal. With the gym leaders now free, Amaria sets out to look for Victoria and Borealis. Meanwhile, Florinia invites us to the Onyx Ward in order for us to challenge her to a gym battle. Before we do that, we first rescue the daycare couple in the Coral Ward using the key found in Obsidia Park. Now I can introduce you to Big, the Swirlix, our new team member, before we challenge Florinia, but we are unable to do that as Fawn decides to lock us out of the gym, showing us how much of a great person he is, meaning we now have to go through the entirety of the school in order to reach Florinia. It is not all that bad, as we are able to find the coin case, which lets us use the game corner to get some new TMs, such as Facade. We also get to meet the rock-type gym leader Hardy, who also helps us by opening one of the gates. The last thing we need to do is answer some questions on some terminals to unlock the final gate. Afterwards, we're now back at the beginning, right before the gym leader. Vaughn once again blocks our path. This time, instead of having the students stop us, he'll take matters into his own hands. Vaughn still uses the same 3 Pokemon as last time, just with some new evolutions. We open up the fight with Dio and immediately Bubble Beam his Sandile. It goes down in one hit, and Fawn immediately sends in Dartrix next. 2 Icy Winds are all Dio needs to take down Dartrix too. We then send in Big to take on Fawn's final Pokemon, Roselia. Thanks to being paralyzed with Stun Spore, the damage Facade deals greatly increases, helping us take him down even faster. After this defeat, Fawn decides, out of spite, to also take part in the Pokemon League and collect all 18 gym badges before us. With Fawn gone, no one is stopping us from challenging Florinia, but if you've seen the title of this video, you know we struggled greatly in this fight. Florinia likes stalling you out. She uses moves such as Leech Seed, Mega Drain and Sandstorm to chip away at your HP while you struggle to deal with her bulky Pokemon. The easiest way to stop them is to defeat them fast enough before they can set up. But that's not an option for us, as the only Pokemon with super effective moves is Dio, who is weak to grass type Pokemon. While thinking I ran out of options on what to do, and considering catching duplicate Pokemon instead to beef up my numbers to 6 Pokemon, I realized I can use Pokémon Reborn's item, Common Candies, to lower Kyrie's level. This will let us relearn Kyrie's level of moves, so she can learn Sing and Natural Gift, a move that changes type depending on what berry is held. Now it is time to finally get that second gym badge. We open up the battle with Kyrie and use Sing to put Maractus to sleep. This lets us send in Dio without being hit by any grass type moves. We get good luck with Sleep and are able to use Icy Wind to take down Maractus without taking any damage. Next up is Ferroseed, so we send Kyrie back in. Ferroseed's stats gets boosted and we can no longer one-shot it with Fire type Natural Gift. To avoid Florinia using a potion, we put it to sleep first and deal some chip damage, before using Natural Gift to finish it off. Now it is a 4v4 and Cradily is up next to be put to sleep. We missed the first one, but the second one we managed to get them. Now Big can come in and lower Crady's special defense with Fake Tears. We use it twice because Cradily knows Stockpile, so even if the special defense goes up, we'll still be able to deal some extra damage with the lowered stats. Now Dio can be sent out and use Icy Wind to take down Cradily, while it sets up a Sandstorm. Next is Cacnea, so we send in Rhyme. We try using Rollout, but we miss, allowing Cacnea to hit us with a boosted Needle Arm. We decide to play it safe this time and use Round instead. We also take another hit from Needlearm, and barely survive the sandstorm damage. After missing round again, Rhyme goes down, so we send back in Dio. After my Pokemon missed the third time, I realized Cacnea must have had Sand Veil for an ability. Hoping for the best, we have Biggie's Facade, and he manages to land the attack. We send Kyrie out against Cottony, hoping to land a Sing, and she once again proves that she is the MVP of this battle. Now we can send in Big and set up Belly Drum. We fire off a Facade, hoping to get the KO, but we miss by 1 HP. Next turn, Connie also wakes up, but she misses, and now we're down to Florina's final Pokemon, who takes out Facade and puts us to sleep. We immediately use an Awakening, and finally win the battle. With this, we now have our second gym badge, and get the TM for Nature Power. Amaria returns, and also tells us our next destination, Burl Ward, where Borealis has been spotted. Hopefully, when we go there, we can rescue Victoria. It will not be easy, as this plant-like phenomena that occurred in Obsidia Ward is also happening in Burl and Jasper Wards. So we're most likely going to be facing off against Team Meteor when we get there. With the next destination in mind, this will be the end of this episode. Thank you all for watching. Please be sure to like, comment and subscribe, and tell me who you think was the MVP for this gym battle.